Hello friends! Today, let's take a journey together. A journey of interior design. None of us are born as interior designers or even knowing our style. But this is something that can and does evolve over time. Have you ever wondered, exactly how do I pin down my design style? What if my style is constantly changing? You love design and you care how your surroundings look and feel. Are these questions familiar? Let's talk about the natural process of interior design style development. In the beginning, your budget may have been limited, or you may have hesitated to make purchases until you were more sure of your design style. My birthday is in the fall and I was given a gift card to Michael's. I was so excited and determined to spend every penny wisely in decorating my first fall mantle. Much of what you see here came from Michael's or the thrift store. But I have to agree with what Matt kindly said years later. It really just looks like some decor on a shelf. And that's okay. We all have to start somewhere. One of the best tools that you can use as you are developing your style is your camera. Because I have a picture of that first funny mantle, I can compare to my next mantle. And here you can see I'm playing with height, texture, and the style is a little more cohesive. Fast forward to this fall, 2024, my style is more developed, I am more comfortable with decorating, and have a better feel for how I like to mix things and what works for our home. As you move along your style development journey, smaller things like a mantle coming together will give you the courage to tackle bigger things. Here is where we started with our kitchen years ago. The raw sheetrock still has scribbles from the builder, and there wasn't a lot we could change since we were renting. Even so, you can see from this photograph the presence of blue and white and a liking for vintage items. The next step was very small. We painted the sheetrock and bought a mirror, $10 mirror from the antique store. But you see, more blue and white and copper has made an appearance. The next step was a great leap forward. After much study over many design books and Pinterest images, we were able to remodel our entire kitchen. Because I had studied my design style and had gained confidence of what I truly loved through practice, we were able to create this English country kitchen with a cohesive look on a budget. Which brings up my second point. If the first great tool you can use to develop and practice with your design style is your camera, then this second tool is studying and poring over the inspirational images that you have collected. Your Pinterest and Instagram boards won't lie. Among your images, look for patterns, things that are similar, and also look for any pins that you have double pinned. These are indications of what your core interior design style is. You will find that as your style develops, you gain confidence, and tackling something the size of a dated 1960s kitchen is no longer quite as daunting. You are more comfortable identifying core and timeless elements of your design style. This kind of confidence enabled me to choose expensive tiles and even mix metals and countertops, something I wouldn't have done beforehand. The process was the same as we focused on our living room. Here is an inspiration picture that I absolutely loved many years ago, and you can see that our living room at that time did resemble that pin. If you are starting out on your interior design journey, or you're still a bit overwhelmed by making bold decisions, I suggest starting with something simpler than a kitchen remodel. This is where we started with our living room in 2018, and I knew I wanted a rather dramatic change. This inspiration picture by Kathy Kincaid held so many elements that I wanted to include in our living room. I knew we couldn't do all of this at one time due to budget and experience, so we began by changing what we could. We started by removing the vintage spindle bookcases and selling them on Marketplace for $85. Then we scraped off glittery popcorn, removed vintage wallpaper, and gave the whole room a fresh coat of paint. To keep the room cozy and add a bit of color, we painted the back wall on the right Urban Jungle by Sherwin-Williams. As we saved money for the next stage and solidified our ideas, the room rested in this state for several weeks. Then I painted the mantle. We replaced the vintage 1960s spindle bookcases with this pair from Marketplace, which we painted in a beautiful universal khaki. Then I shopped my house for the decor that would be most like what I had seen in the image, but also that would reflect the English country house style that I so dearly love. Most everything at this stage was elbow grease. We had spent some money on paint supplies, and sheetrock for a ceiling repair. Then it was time for the next stage, and this one brought us much closer to resembling our inspiration picture. Just for fun, and I hope inspiration for you, here is a look at before and after in our living room. This is a first-hand recording of the evolution of someone's style. Here's the intermediate stage, where we just removed everything we didn't like and repaired and painted for a fresh canvas. And then the next stage. In this stage, we did invest in the room by buying some of the decor, such as the brass lamps in the window seat and the love seat that you see there. We also bought the bamboo blinds. This room transformation was a great boost for me design-wise, and the confidence that I gained from this enabled me to choose a rather bold wallpaper for our dining room. Let's step back in time for just a moment. This is the very first bedroom that I did over when we bought the house back in 2018. And you can tell how much my style has changed. This looks rather farmhouse with a dash of Victorian, but I think what stands out to me most of all is that it feels very young, very placed. It's interesting to see through camera and through video how much our styles change, and I will say how much the videography has improved. This was our guest bedroom for a while, and then we did a room flip-flop, and this became my office. Our needs have changed, and the rooms have shifted again, so I had the opportunity to create another guest bedroom. And this one is very much different than the other one. It's definitely more English cottage, and we made a foray into wallpaper for the very first time. Friends, today this video I'm sharing with you is a short sample of my take about the interior design journey. If you're curious where you fall in that journey, and if you're excited and interested in going to the next level, Matt and I have created a free downloadable guide that will show you exactly where you are in this journey with some practical, actionable steps that can take you to the next level. Click the link in the description box below, add your name and email, and the guide will show up in your inbox. I hope you enjoy, and until next time, take care.